I named no names but described the situation clearly enough that anyone in our shared social circles would understand exactly who I was talking about. I framed it as a cautionary tale about recognizing financial abuse in relationships and the importance of protecting yourself from identity theft. The response was immediate and overwhelming in ways I hadn't anticipated. Other women began reaching out privately, sharing similar stories about Dylan that painted a picture of serial financial abuse spanning back to his college year. His college girlfriend had helped him pay off student loans before he disappeared one day, leaving her with a note saying he needed space to figure out his future. His previous fiancée had co-signed a car loan that she was still paying off 3 years later, along with credit card debt he'd accumulated in her name. There had been others, girlfriends who'd helped him through supposed rough patches, women who'd supported him during career changes, relationships that had ended abruptly once their financial usefulness expired. I wasn't his first victim. I was just the first one who'd gathered enough evidence to expose the pattern and fight back effectively. More importantly, my clients began reaching out to apologize and clarify what had actually happened during Richard's calls. His campaign had backfired spectacularly. Instead of convincing them I was unstable, he'd convinced them that I must have uncovered something serious enough to warrant such desperate retaliation from a supposedly respectable family. Several clients mentioned that Richard's behavior during the phone calls had actually made them more curious about my work and more sympathetic to my situation. His obvious desperation and the personal nature of his attacks had struck them as inappropriate and suspicious. Some had even done their own research and discovered Richard's medical practice online reviews, which painted a picture of an arrogant physician with poor bedside manner and questionable ethics. My business not only recovered but grew stronger than ever. The attempted sabotage had generated so much curiosity about my work and so much sympathy for my situation that I ended up with more clients than I could handle. I had to start a waiting list and raise my rates significantly to manage the overwhelming demand. The medical board investigation moved quickly once they saw the comprehensive evidence I'd provided. Richard's use of his professional credentials to defame me was a clear violation of medical ethics that could result in serious consequences. Within 2 months, he was facing a formal hearing that could result in the suspension or revocation of his medical license. 3 months after that dinner, I ran into Dylan at a coffee shop downtown. The transformation was shocking. He looked like a completely different person from the confident man I'd once planned to marry. Dark circles under his eyes suggested he wasn't sleeping well. His clothes were cheaper and ill-fitting. His hair was noticeably thinner, and he'd lost weight